here. I see the chat moving on the screen, but I can't read the chat yet until it loads on this one. Y'all know your girl is blind. Even with the bifocals, your girl is blind. So yesterday, for those of y'all who were in the chat, in the live stream yesterday, I was telling you guys how my screen is lagging. For me, it looks like it's lagging, but I played back the live from yesterday and it wasn't actually lagging. Fingers crossed. Like I said, iPhone's gonna count their days with my ass, because I'm very sick of their asses already at this point. But I'm gonna hope, fingers crossed, that today is gonna be the same thing, because the way I'm lagging in this screen, not okay. It's not okay. Today was Tuesday all day. Today felt like the 27th Monday in a row. That's what it felt like today. Like I told you guys yesterday, we're gonna be starting out these lives in gratitude. Just no matter what you got going on, no matter what you're looking at, no matter what you're facing, no matter what is taking place around you. I'm not trying to say that it's small. I'm not trying to say that it doesn't hold no weight. But no matter what it is that you're facing currently, collective, there's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot to be grateful for. A lot of us still got our health. A lot of us still got our parents and their health. A lot of us have our children in great health and even better spirits. So there's a million and one things that we could complain about. There's a million and one things that we could kick and scream about. There's a million and two things that we could be down and out about. But I just feel like there's so much of that shit everywhere else, especially on social media. It's really heavy on my heart to start these lives just with so much gratitude. Because there is so much to be grateful for, even though there's a lot that we could be kicking and screaming about. That's also not to say don't kick and don't scream. You heard? Don't let nobody play in your face. Kick, scream, stab, do whatever you gotta do. I don't give a fuck. But just know at the end of the day, no matter what you're going through, you got something to be grateful for. I think overall the next 30 or so days, a lot of the messages are going to focus on not just the gratitude aspect, but more so going through the worst shit possible. Learning how to like lock in on the things that you still have to be grateful for. Locking in on that, focusing on that, focusing your energy on that. For a lot of us, there's going to be things that, especially in the month of December coming into this new year, because for my OGs, you already know, January 1st is the new year if we're looking at the calendar, but it's not necessarily the new year, right? The new year, this year actually starts if we're looking at the Mayan calendar, the original calendar. The new year actually starts in March for the equinox, right? So as I say, coming into this new year, take it with a grain of salt, you know? But this last month, or this next month rather, this month of December, there's gonna be a lot of heavy shit. And for a lot of us, it's not to be misconstrued, because I was talking about this morning, somebody that was tapped in yesterday, and they were talking about something earlier today, and I kept having to remind them, like, yesterday was just December 1st. Like, today is just December 2nd. Like, we're just now dipping our toe in for this month. I'm not even trying to say that this month is just, it's just this month gonna be heavy, because by no means. A lot of us, so many of us are going through shit, have been going through shit for this last year, specifically this last 9 months, 8 months, however many months. It's just now, at this end of the year, for those of y'all who are on the headphones, I'm doing the quotes. It's just now that the things that we've been going through, or the things that we've been tested with, or the things that we've been brought to, some of the most difficult shit, some of the most eye-opening things. And it is now at the point where it's like, all right, you were brought to it. You were given the opportunity to mourn. You were given the opportunity to grieve. You were given the opportunity to kick, yell, scream, stab, all the things. You were given that. With time, you were already given that. Now that we're in December, now that we're in this fourth quarter, like, what is it looking like now? Now what? We still gonna stay in this? We still gonna allow these people to play in our faces? We still gonna allow the things that somebody, and I'm gonna tap in with the chat, because I know I haven't even looked this way, but that's on purpose. I don't know how specific this is going to be, because every time I say this message is going to be specific, it feels specific. I always end up getting at least 10 to 20 emails about how it resonated. So I don't know how specific, right, quote unquote specific this is going to be, but it's somebody that's going through something that's too close to what they've already been through. They want me to rewind that. Somebody is currently going through something. This feels new. Even if this didn't happen last week, even if this happened in this last year, it's new, because if this is romantic, if this is romantic, for example, this is like somebody was in a super toxic relationship for the last 5 years, and then now in this last year, this last 6 months, however long, somebody's in a new relationship. The picture that's being painted, because they're literally going like this to me, right? So someone's actively, because they're doing this, so someone's actively painting a picture, or trying to put in the energy of, did you sneeze? Yeah. Bless you. Trying to put in the energy of, paint the picture of, this isn't that. This isn't that. This isn't what I went through. This isn't what I was going through. There's a few things here. First of all, someone who's actively trying to paint that picture, I think that your focus is that you're trying to paint this picture so that they, whoever they is, family, friends, strangers, whoever, co-workers, so that they don't realize that what you're going through is what you've already went through. That's shame. It's gonna be, I told Izzy before I came live, I'm gonna just do 20 minutes because I feel like shit. I already know there's no way I'm gonna be on here for 20 minutes. There's no way. Spirit is like laughing, like, bitch, we still doing this 6 years later? You still talking about a quick reading? We're gonna be on here for 3 hours. Yo, don't play me. I told y'all, right? I'm on my 15th Monday in a row. That's me today. Someone's painting the picture. Someone's painting the picture. Someone's trying to create an illusion, trying to keep up. It's almost, I kind of want to say it's like keeping up with the Joneses, but I don't think someone's trying to keep up with anyone. I more so feel like it's along the lines of like trying to paint the picture of something that it is not. The thing with this, and the reason why I'm saying this is shame, or this is rooted in shame, because whoever I'm talking to, they haven't said this out loud yet. So my apologies, because whoever I'm tapping into, this is going to trigger the fuck out of you if it's not already triggering you. But that's what we're here for. That's what we come here for. Because the shame is the reason why you're still trying to paint this picture. For some of you, where this resonates, other people around you already see that what you're in may not be with the same person. It may not be in the same exact verbatim way that things went with, like with your past person, with this new person, maybe not entirely the same, but bitch, you stressed. We see it. Especially if it's people that know you, knew you before this new thing. The new thing could be a job. The new thing could be a relationship. It's a new thing. The thing is that the person who's trying to paint the narrative, you're trying to paint the narrative because you're trying to convince yourself that this is not that. They keep doing that to me. This is not that. The thing is that Spirit is making me feel like, bitch, this is exactly that. It's just a new face. It's just a new name. It's just a new title. Like there's just something, like it's a new person, but it's essentially the same karma. The reason this happens, collective, is because there's something that you were supposed to sit with the first time around, or the second time, the 10th time, the 8th time around. It's going to be different for everybody. You didn't sit with it. So again, perfect example, because this doesn't have to be romantic, but if this is romantic, you were in something, it was fucked up, and instead of actually taking time, a year, 2 years, 7 years, however long, to actually heal, because people love to talk about, oh, I've healed, bitch. Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started. Ay, Dios mío. This is going to be a long reading. Somebody don't want to look at the fact that they're repeating something they've already went through. Something that they probably even said, I'm never going through some shit like that again. I'm never going to experience something like that again. I'm never going to tolerate some shit like that again. And for those of you who have said that, right? Because you ever hear that saying, never say never? Or like, never say it won't be you? Listen, two things, right? Because I'm a firm believer of never say it won't be you. Because life has a funny way, especially because if you're saying, yo, that'll never be me, then that means you haven't actually learned what you needed to learn from what just happened. So it might just be you. But with the same energy, right? Because I read for the polarity, that's literally my fucking life story. It's my life's purpose. The polarity fucks with me every chance I get. In the ass. The worst way. Because where I believe that in the saying, never say it'll never be you, I'm also, you guys ever see that TikTok trend? Like, don't tell me, you know, of course I would say it would never be me, because why would I X, Y, and Z? Because why would I X, Y, and Z? It's usually some common sense shit that comes after the X, Y, and Z part. And so where I believe, don't ever say it can never be you, I also believe there's just certain shit that I could say for certain it would never be me, right? Because my self-love, my self-respect, my boundaries, and the way I don't play about me, like, why would I fix myself to be your 9th baby mom? Why would I fix myself to stay with you when you clowning me? Why would I fix myself to stay with you after you clowned me? Like, why would I do that? It would never be me. But at the same time, it's like, don't ever say it can never be you to fall in love with somebody who's narcissistic. Because that's their expertise. That's where they thrive. And especially the more good you have in you, the more empathetic you are, the more compassionate you are, the more loving you are, the more trusting you are, the more susceptible you are to somebody who is narcissistic. So you can never say it'll never be you. You can never say you would never be in an abusive relationship, or you can never say that, you know, life won't hit you this way. There's some things you have to go through. The thing is that once you get to that part, and once you've identified that this is what you're going through, then what? So I'm saying all of this, collective, because I feel like whatever transpired, however it transpired, work, romance, whatever, at the point where we are now, something is boiling over. That's why I was talking about December, because I even said this yesterday. I don't think December is going to be roses and rainbows, but I think December is going to be full of opportunities. Even more opportunities for those of us who are locked in and ready to actually be accountable for the way we've been playing in our own face. As I was shuffling, 2 cards came out, and they both came out face down. So if you've been with me for a while, you know that the face down cards typically speak of something that is unknown. The energy is unknown. So whether it's unknown to you or unknown about you, it's going to be different for everyone. I know you guys can't see the table, but there is 2 cards there so far. And also for anybody who is wondering, we're pulling from the Zodiac Tarot. This is actually what the box looks like. Ow. This box comes in that box. Something flipped. Nice. Death, Scorpio energy, the end. The end of something. Somebody is going to be tested, if they haven't already been tested, to end something that they have bent over backwards to defend. A person, a relationship, an employment opportunity, a family member, a friend. There was someone, because again with the painting, there was someone that you would have went to bat for. If this is romantic, because I know a lot of y'all like to pick it up in a romantic sense. If this is romantic, for example, this is a partner that you're with that you swore. Yo, you swore. And especially depending on their level of love bombing, you swore they would never, they could never, it's not even that type of time. Because again, like I said, what it was, or what that was, and what this is, 2 different things. The death card says that it's time, if you decide this is the perfect time for you to take it for what it actually is and make it something 10 times better than what you could have thought that it was going to be. The thing is, like I said, if this is romantic, this is not you transforming the relationship. This is you ending it and transforming yourself outside of the relationship. For someone here, for some reason, they're making me feel like I don't know who this is or what energy this is stemming from, because this doesn't resonate for me personally. If anything, this triggers the fuck out of me. Because they're kind of making me feel like if this is a romantic connection, this is a female who doesn't want to let go of a masculine. This masculine loves me. This masculine chose me. This masculine is mine. Like the family, they love me. First of all. Oh, we're only on day 2, and the way I'm getting triggered is fucking beyond me, bro. I'ma just throw this out there in the nicest way possible. The computer, yeah, it is over there. Right here. Right here. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. I'm laughing, but I'm triggered as fuck. Yo, let me tell you. Let me put y'all on to game, right? Especially if this is romantic. You got a mother-in-law that loves the shit out of you. You're the favorite. Yo, homegirl can have nine daughter-in-laws, but you the favorite. What? She might even choose you over her own son. 9.5 times out of 10, the reason for that is because you keep giving the son chances that the motherfucker don't deserve. The mom. Because when you have a toxic son, 9.5 times out of 10, the mom is worse, right? The mom knows, oh, let me love her, let me put on her, let me pick her up, let me hold her down. A lot of times these moms go through the ringer with their own relationships, with their own partners. And so it's conditioning. Misery loves company, baby, okay? So these toxic ass mother-in-laws are gonna put you in a predicament where you think you're winning a prize, and the whole time they keeping you in shackles, bitch. I promise you. Okay? Okay? When you putting up with infidelity, disrespect, physical abuse, emotional covert abuse, financial abuse. Did I say infidelity? Because it usually is those. Like, it's usually, out of the 10 times, it's usually 8 out of 10 times is the moms who got sons that can't keep their dicks in their pants. Oh, they got every excuse for that boy. And I'm saying boy, but like, these are grown men. This is why I say the transformation is not for them, sis. The transformation is for you. And I know I'm talking to a woman because of the way this is triggering the fuck out of me. Okay? I promise you, especially if you got kids together, like, and it's triggering, right? Because I've always said, I never understood women that go against other women pertaining to men. I never understood that shit. It never made sense to me. I don't give a fuck about the side bitch term, main bitch term, left, right, -1, main, side, entree. I never give a fuck about none of that shit. Because it's literally all a fucking illusion. That whoever's painting it is actually getting something from it. So they have to paint that illusion of, like I said, he may have fucked on you. There's some real Moke and stuff shit. If you were 80s baby, you ever heard that? You may have had him once, but I got him all the time. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Because I hope you don't got daughters, Maji. Like, what are you saying for real? You had him once, but I got him all the time. I'm literally hearing the Moke and Steph song. If you never heard that song, literally, that's the shorty's name. Her name is Moke and Steph, and I think it's called He's Mine. Listen, I don't even know who I'm tapping into because, quite frankly, it'd be a minute in between readings like this. Like, it's been a while since I did a reading that triggered me like this. And it fucks with me because most women, they even when I say this to, like, people that I know personally, when I say shit like this, they be like, oh, you're not a girl's girl, bitch. I'm never gonna be a girl's girl when it comes to some dumbass bitches, my nigga. Because what are you talking about for real? What are we saying? The thing is, and I think maybe this is why this is triggering the fuck out of me, whoever I'm talking to, you already went through this shit. This is perfect example. You were with somebody in the past who couldn't keep their dick in their pants. Cool. That's a problem for a lot of fucking men, unfortunately, right? But you go from that and making excuses and fighting with shorties and he's mine, blah, 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 right? All the things. Look at my kid, my Taurus sabotaging me.
Sorry.
My Taurus sabotaging me. My left bone connected to my ankle bone. Bitch, how you ain't know? How you ain't know it was connected? No, I'm joking.
Where's the bag with the debit card?
On this side.
Okay.
What I was saying? Oh, what I was saying was, you know, it's funny. I'm like, I'm about to say this on live. Fuck it. It's funny because Izzy interrupts me. She's a Taurus. And no, it's okay. Part of me realizing how much this triggers me, this message that I'm actually talking about right now, I've actually had to cut off a few Tauruses because of some shit like this. What I was saying was, I think what I was saying was, this is somebody who you were with someone, right? I'm still on romantic because even though this could be a wide variety of things, the way that this is like the best example I could give is romantic. You were with someone, they couldn't keep their dick in their pants. You made excuses, y'all broke up, y'all made up, y'all broke up, y'all made up, y'all broke up, y'all made up. I don't know, had a kid or 10 in between times, I don't know, right? The point is, however it played out, whether you left this person left you, however it spun, the universe made sure you were clear of that energy. You were clear. This person that wouldn't leave you alone in over a decade, all of a sudden has left you alone. Granted, this shit is going to be painful. It's not going to be easy. It wasn't fun. All the things, right? Especially if there's kids involved. Cool. I mean, not cool, but you know what I mean. And then what happens is, when you're supposed to be on your, what's the shorty's name? Stella. How Stella gets her groove back. You were supposed to be avoiding that energy. The Stella got her groove back energy. What you were supposed to be doing was like healing. And at that in that time frame, there may have been opportunities of like being outside and like guys coming out the woodwork, opportunities to date and all the things, right? Of course, temptation is always gonna knock when you're at your most vulnerable state. That's the universe testing to see if you learned anything. That's the universe saying, did you learn? And somebody picked, out of all of the motherfuckers they could have picked, they picked someone who was the closest thing, but the complete opposite at the same time, simultaneously, to what they just left or what they just had. Because for someone here, they may not have left. That person may have left them. Either way, it don't even matter. That honestly, that's besides the point. Who left who? The point is, because I'm like, sis, ay, Dios mío, you wasn't supposed to go left, ma. You were supposed to stay straight. You wasn't supposed to make that turn. Whatever happened, now someone's in a predicament. At my grandmother, yo, I hate when she comes through in my readings. Because it's like, I be wanting to talk to you, sis, when I'm not on camera. And you want to talk to me when I'm on live. I don't like that. I don't. But my grandmother used to always say, no te mete a Guatemala, aguate peor. No seas so pendeja, puñeta. My grandmother used to say that. Basically, what I'm saying is this. Are you dumb? Yes or yes? Because you just was fighting for your life. Your life jacket popped, bitch. You almost drowned. You just, by the grace of God, like by the small, tiniest, thinnest hair, you fucking made it out of that bitch. And you telling me that after all of that, this is what you got going on now? You dealing with... Because homeboy just couldn't keep his dick in his pants and he was going back and forth, yes. But now this motherfucker can't keep his hands to himself. Don't even know what it's like to be accountable. The family is funny because, like I said, somebody is very close to their in-laws for the wrong fucking reasons. This is a trauma bond, is what it is. Okay? That's one thing. Another thing is, there may even be children. Because the way they keep showing me the pages. So the pages in tarot, no matter which page, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, what's the other one? Page of Swords. The pages represent the most immature. So this grown-ass man may actually be immature. The thing is, too, that I don't think this is this guy's disposition or this person's disposition. Even if this is a boss. For some of you, if this is work-related. If this is a boss, this is an adult, grown in age, but not grown mentally and emotionally. I don't know why they're making me feel like somebody lost years of their life. The thing is, this motherfucker was already on a ramp. If somebody went to jail for mad long, cause I hear somebody's mom like, yeah, you gotta understand, they was away for a long time, bitch. Why they was away for a long time? What were you lacking with your precious son that made him catch a case for I don't know how many years? Because to catch a case like that, you already got to be lacking at something, my G. So now you're telling me after you do all that, after you spend all that time away, because I feel like somebody either was away, whether it might not even be jail, because I'm getting real hood with this reading at this point. I'm not. Jesús Cristo, yo. This is some real coldest winter ever type shit that I'm picking up on. I haven't even flipped the first two cards. I don't know what's going on. Just... You may have, whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever's going on, I think if you told people, if people around you know that this is happening and it's not like this person's family, the problem, if it's not the problem's family that knows, if it's like your family knows as well, if you told your family, I don't know why I feel like you either gonna be, you either surrounded by people who are like, are you like being really tough with you because of this. There's no in between. It's your family being super tough with you about this, like, yo, you fucking dumb, like, what are you doing, you shouldn't be doing that, blah blah blah, this motherfucker's a piece of shit, blah blah, right? Or the polarity of that is the family acting like you gotta make the best of it, he's great in this area, this is his only issue. Smacking me is the only issue? I'm sorry, come again? Putting his little dingaling in someone else's vagina and raw is just a small little issue? That's what we're saying right now? I don't even know. And like I said, pages, they keep showing me the pages, so I don't know if this is like babies. I don't like it. And the death card that represents transformation, the way that I'm feeling it from the minute I saw it, this transformation feels personal and it feels like it's mine. This isn't a we're transforming, we're getting better. Bitch, are you dumb or not? Because the minute this person did whatever the fuck it was that they did, because the thing is this, y'all motherfuckers got me stuttering. The thing is this, whatever was done is unforgivable. That's the meat and the potatoes. That's it. That's all. Nothing else matters after that. It don't matter why. It don't matter what made them. It don't matter what you were feeling when you did it. All this other extra shit, no importa ni papa, okay? What matters is that you played yourself. That's it. The thing is, collective, what was your response? Because you just went through years with someone playing in your face. So you're going to give the energy and tell the universe, tell God, tell Jesus, tell Lazaro, whoever you believe, whatever you believe, the energy you putting in is basically saying, I went through all that, but obviously I didn't learn. And so spirit is going to turn around or has turned around and gave you something worse. Like I said, my grandmother, if this feels, first of all, in life, my grandmother wasn't even aggressive. Why the fuck I feel like she's screaming at me? ¿Por qué carajo te metiste de Guatemala a Guatepeor? ¿Eres pendeja o no? What we doing for real? Like, what we doing for real in real life? Like, and it boils down to the self-love. Especially if this is a relationship thing. And even work. It's like self-love, self-respect. Like, you don't... Why are you letting somebody play in your face? Why are you letting somebody play in your face, collective? Like... I don't understand that. And I want to, because they keep showing me the pages, I'm going to say something and I'm not going to stay on it because I'm triggered as fuck. Okay? Mad triggered. So I don't even want to keep, I don't even want to look at the cards that are face down. I want to put it away and shuffle and do another message. But I digress. There's one thing I learned 6 years on this fucking platform is not to go against whatever the fuck. I don't know why today they chose this. But I'm not even going to, like, go back and forth about this. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say real quick because I keep seeing the pages, right? If there is another child, I don't give a fuck if you have a kid with this person or not. You can have a dog mutual. I don't give a fuck. If you with somebody and in the time that y'all together, this motherfucker conceived a child, it's his child. You wrong either which way you spin it. As the main, and if anybody who's on the headphones, I'm doing the quotations because there's no sense. Let me tell you something. That child, those children, these kids ain't even the main priority in this motherfucker's life. I don't give a fuck what pedestal you got this bozo on. It's a clown. Okay? It's a clown. If you're in a position where you pushing this man to not be in that child's life because he conceived this child while you guys were together, and you only want him to acknowledge the relationship or your children, whatever the case is, because there's a lot of women that operate like that. I suggest you stop doing that, because the karma, especially if you got kids, the karma comes back on your children. Promise you. Promise you. If you're in a position where you're pushing this man to be a part of the kid's life, because something in you, whether you have your own children or not, you can't have a guy around you know that he got kids and know that he's not doing nothing for them, and you're trying to push him to be a better dad to a kid that was conceived while you were with them. You're in the wrong in that sense too. What you're doing is stressing yourself out for somebody que no te conviene ni vale ni un pepa. Okay? Okay. So what you're doing is stressing yourself out. What you're doing is fucking your own shit up. Because even if you be around this kid, get attached to this kid, and then when something happens and this kid is no longer in your life, you're going to be fucked. This kid is going to be fucked. When you're no longer in their life and you're no longer pushing them, now fake daddy is not even going to be a daddy. So you don't win. Okay? And it's not even about winning, it's the peace. There's no peace in that. Because the minute this motherfucker decided to unzip his pants for somebody else and then do it that carelessly, that right there was your cue to go drive your ass to Chase, open a bank account he don't know about, milk his ass, stack up your bread, disappear. I don't even be giving advice, because this is the type of advice I give. But like, this is really what I'm saying right now. Because there's no winning in a situation like that. And again, somebody's making me feel like, the way they're showing me, like somebody's comfortable. Somebody's at home with a clown. It's 9.5 times out of 10, it's because of the relationship with the family. Whether it's your father-in-law, your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, whoever-in-law. Those ain't your peoples. I don't give a fuck what they telling you. I don't give a fuck the dream they selling you. I don't give a fuck how nice they are to you, to your kids that ain't his kids. I don't give a fuck. It's all an act. Because the minute you get hard and the minute you start standing on your boundaries, none of them motherfuckers is going to like that shit. You're going to see how quick you're going to be on the outside. Y'all motherfuckers just gave me a stomach ache. Like, when I tell you, and the thing is too, this triggers the fuck out of me, because so many times women be in situations like this, and it be smart women, smart ass, hustler ass women. Bro. Me da asco, puñeta. You know what's crazy? Because I'm sitting here doing this, right? And as I'm speaking, because I can't even repeat half the shit I just said to you. But as I'm speaking, I'm thinking to myself, this isn't uncommon. This isn't uncommon. This mess isn't uncommon. What's uncommon is someone in this position standing up for themselves earlier, sooner than later. Leaving before they get knocked up by a clown. Or leaving when they first learn that the person they got knocked up by is a clown. Because let's not get it twisted. The love bombing be so real for some of these motherfuckers that you really be sold a whole pipe dream, no matter how smart of a bitch you are. That's the thing. But at the same time, it's like, cool, you didn't see that. But now that you see that, now what? You feel me? Yo. Yo. Oh my God. The cards that were face down, bro. The 5 of Wands, which is conflict. Look, everybody's beefing. And the Three of Swords. Y'all tell me. Because I'm just a messenger here. But y'all tell me, Shorty looks happy to y'all? Or she looked devastated like her whole world just crumbled around her? She's literally sitting with a fucking sword right through her. Which, this is not to be misconstrued. The swords in tarot represent truth. Represent communication. They represent words. So there's a sword of truth. A reality that stings. It hurts like a bitch. Three of Swords is heartbreak. Despair. Look at her face.
Are you live?
Yes, I am.
Can you mute it real quick?
Have a kids day set. Have kids. Didn't I just was telling y'all yesterday? Having kids is the most unrewarding job, okay? That was yesterday's conversation, though. This is today. Yo, this month, this live miss, these readings, I already see where we going with it. I already see where we going with this. This is not good. This is not good. Somebody's in this space. The fucked up part is that you cannot be helped unless you're ready to help yourself. I said that yesterday too. You can't, things are not gonna change until you start to change them. The fucked up part is that you know this already. You've already been through something like this. And I was saying before, it don't matter if you were left or if you're the one that left. But I kind of want to retract that a little bit, because I think if you were the one that left, do you want to wait? If you, let's say you were with somebody for 10 years, right? And it took you 10 years to realize, I'm done with this shit. I don't want to deal with it. I'm over it. I need to move past it. Cool, right? Cool. Because it was your experience. It was the first time you were going through something. You didn't know better. When you knew better, you did better. Cool. But now we're in something new. You want to wait another 10 years before you get that courage again? Like, you want to, for real? Or if you were with somebody for 5 or 10 years and that person left you because now they found somebody dumber who didn't know all their schemes, didn't know the way that they twitch when they lie, or didn't know how they fake yawn when they telling a lie. So now they found somebody new and they replaced you and they're able to move on from you. But you got left to mourn something that didn't even make you happy. So you want to wait 10 years to grow the balls to walk away from this, or you want to wait 10 years or 5 years and kind of gamble with how long this person's going to take before they discard you? Why would you do that? I mean, yo, y'all got me stuttering, genuinely. Like, why would you want to put yourself, and especially if you have kids, and especially, I hate to say especially girls, because the boys are so much, they hold so much importance too, but girls, they emulate us in a way where boys can't, especially because I'm talking to a woman, right? And so a boy would learn from you how to maneuver, right? But a girl would learn from you how much to tolerate. And if the daughter, right, if you have a daughter and the daughter is watching you and it's like a teenager, a preteen especially, oh, that's the best, the years right there. I'm being sarcastic, but if you have a daughter and she's watched you deal with mad shit, the polarity there would be her learning to do the same thing you're doing. Like, think about that. You want your daughter to deal with the shit you're dealing with? Because the polarity of that is her learning that what you're doing isn't the right way. And what happens is, as she gets older, she's going to start disrespecting you more and more and more, because inside she's resenting you. Because she, as a teenager, as a preteen, however old, she's realizing that that doesn't look right. This is not fair. This is not okay. My mom is dealing with it though. Like my mom's a retard. Because why are you dealing with that? There's no middle there. There's no middle. Either way, that's not a situation you would want for your own kid. Or for your sister. Or for your mom. And so why the fuck would you allow it to be you? This is also why I say mother-in-laws. If you with a man and the man is playing in your face, I don't give a fuck if that man, after making their quote-unquote mistake, is treating you like a princess for now. Because how much of a princess are you if they already did what they did? How important are you, main girl? If they already did what they did, how important are you? For real, for real. Like, let's look at it through, like, take the rose-colored glasses, take them off. The stuttering, because the way I'm stuttering is insanity. 5 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. You choose. You choose for this to be internalized, because I feel like who I'm talking to, this is internal. You walking around claiming to love somebody and putting someone maybe even on a pedestal, but you don't even trust this motherfucker with a 10-foot pole. I'm a woman. You never gonna sell me the narrative that a motherfucker who played in your face is making you the most happy than anyone else has ever made you. You never gonna sell me that pipe dream. You miserable. Like, let's call it what it, you miserable for real. They can't even look at their phone, go to the bathroom to take a shit without you thinking, because they already broke that trust. I'm not saying it's your fault that that trust was broken, and I'm not saying that you deserve to even deal with that shit. Actually, what I'm saying is the opposite. You better than that, bitch. So why are you still dealing with it? What we doing? What we doing for real? Because this is either going to be internalized. This is you having conflict. Each person here, if this is you, this is each, I love him. He's a piece of shit though. He cheated on me. He lied to me. He played in my face. He gave someone else what's supposed to be mine. The way he hugged me, the way he touched me, the way he kissed me, the way he sucked on me, the way he tugged on me, he did that to somebody else. So even though I'm on here talking about you ain't had him like I had him, they had him like you had him. What he does to you, what he did to you, he did to them. The transformation collective was never for y'all. The transformation is for you, if you want it. Because there's no transforming something that was broken like this. I don't care how many flowers they give you. I don't give a fuck what pedestal they got you on. Cause I'm saying all of this and somebody's like, nah. Okay. Okay. Because if this is not internal, this is external. This is somebody deciding, you know what? It hurt like a bitch. And the joke was on me. The joke was on me. Because the last motherfucker fooled me. That was the first time. But you fool me twice, it's shame on me, right? You got me. I was vulnerable. I was fucked up. And I was lazy. I was cutting corners. Remember I said somebody went left. Somebody went left. Instead of doing the work on myself, I fell. And I fell for the wrong one. Like, you got me. But no more. The minute you stand up and it's no more, I promise you that the way they love you, the family, the best friends, the in-laws, the way they love you, you're about to be all the way under the bridge. That's the 5 of Wands. The transformation is not transforming and building the family. Somebody right now is with somebody that fucked up royally. So I'm laughing not at you. I'm laughing because when I say shit like this, I've been through shit like this. I promise you, whoever I'm talking to is with someone that fucked up in the royalist way. That even at the smallest, in the beginning, the first inkling of a red flag was good enough for you to walk away, and you didn't. Because let's not get it twisted. You teach these motherfuckers what you're gonna tolerate. Don't think that because after you found out some shit, and now you're supposedly putting your foot down, and now you're supposedly testing and supposedly putting this motherfucker, punishing this motherfucker, holding out, not giving him pussy, doing all the things, right? Because I love that. Not really, but I'm being sarcastic. But I love when women, there's nothing I love more than when women make it seem like they're punishing a man for him being his natural self, cheating, lying, all the things. Like you punishing yourself, my good sis. You punishing yourself. I always tell y'all, somebody who got ill intentions, they can't keep up the charade for more than 3 to 6 months. So in the beginning where it was roses, the love bombing, and then their true colors came out, they weren't coming home. Oh, their phone died. Oh, so-and-so didn't have a charger. Oh, I got drunk. I passed out on someone's sofa. The disappearing. Those nights that you up and you know, because you always know, the gut always tells you this motherfucker is lying. This motherfucker is laid up. And I'm home and I'm stressed. Or I'm home and I'm stuck with a crying child. Like, the way your gut tells you. And then when he comes home the next day, he tells you, yo, you don't even know. I was fucked up. You didn't even know. You didn't. And his story kind of pans out. Kind of. It's really your mind. That's like, because you don't want to let go. Because you don't want to walk away. Because you think you're not strong enough for real. No matter what narrative you sell to everybody else. Internally, there's a reason why you're holding on to somebody who's playing in your face. Because that's what they're doing. That's what's happening. And so when they get bagged and they realize you're not leaving, oh, they go on overdrive. And the way they got you, they're 10 times better than when they got you. And do not be fooled. Because somebody's watching me right now, laid up right next to this motherfucker right now. Got me in the headphones. And my bad, because I'm not even trying to tug at the heart the way that this live even went today, because I just know I'm a woman. I get it. I've been there. When the princess treatment stops again, because again, the charade, the patterns, it won't last past 3 to 6 months. It won't, I promise you. The way they hurt you the first time around, and you felt like, oh my God, I never felt anything like this. The nigga before this was nothing compared to this. The next time they hurt you, it's gonna hurt 10 times more than that. 5 of Wands, 3 of Swords, and a Death card, collective. What you gonna do for real? Like, really think, it's not for you to answer, obviously, to us. Who the fuck are we, right? But really sit there and think about what's your next move. And whoever I'm talking to, if you have kids, I'm especially talking to you. Genuinely think about what you're going to do moving forward. Because the way you're trying to keep or planning to keep yourself miserable by painting that narrative of something that is not only going to hurt you 10 times more, it's going to hurt these kids. I promise you. Yo, I know I said I was going to tap into the chat, but honestly, I ain't got it in me. I can't do it. Collective, I love you guys, man, wholeheartedly, and I'll fuck with you guys the longest way. I said December was going to be full of opportunities for those of y'all who are willing to take it. I also said a lot of us were going to bypass those opportunities because we're not ready. This shit ain't easy. This shit is not fun.
Can you undo my bracelet?
Oh, I thought you was gonna ask me to smell something. You know I'm not with it. First of all, what are you cleaning?
The fridge.
She wanted to, I swear.
No,
Yo, cause I was about to be like,
No, I told him.
Wait.
I did the dishes, I did everything.
This
She
one.
wanted to do it.
how you take this off?
The clasp that's right there.
Girl, there's 19,000 charms on this.
No, that's a clasp. You
Okay.
see this part right here? Just put your nail in between that and it opens.
Oh, okay. I'm like, there's a whole booby trap. Why? Are you cleaning with bleach?
Yes.
Oh, girl.
Take my watch off, please.
Hold on. Oh, first of all, you ain't think to do this before you
I
started scrub-a-dub-dubbing? He's like, she wanted to.
I literally texted you to let you know beforehand.
I know, but I'm doing the live, so. Yo. Tomorrow the intention is to get on earlier. Tomorrow the intention is to have a lighter energy. Tomorrow we might even light some Palo Santo. Like, we're gonna come zen out tomorrow. Low key, I wasn't even in this energy. Like, honestly, I was tired. I'm still tired. I was tired. I just got home. I didn't even change out my pants yet. That's usually the first thing to go when I walk through the door. I said, let me get this live. Let me give them the energy I got. And let me wrap this up. I end up on here giving somebody papao. That's not okay. I feel like I was talking to like my little sister. Like, what we doing? Like, cause as angry and as triggered as it made me, I feel. Like, bitch, I'm hurting because you hurting. But like, you smart, you not stupid. Why you do it? Like, why you hurting yourself? Like, I genuinely, I don't even know. Maybe you know somebody who's going through some shit like this, and it's like, yo, if that's the case, and this is not you, anything I was talking about today, if it's somebody that you know, and like you love this person, like, yo, that's the worst. Like, that's probably synonymous with like as bad as it is for that person that's going through it. Because for me personally, I know if one of my bitches was to tell me some shit like this, it's gonna hurt. Somebody said something like this to me recently, and I didn't even get context for it. It just, somebody said something, and immediately Izzy was there with me, and she was, Izzy didn't even hear what the girl told me, but afterwards Izzy was like, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, they said something to you because your whole thing changed. I didn't even realize that it did, but Izzy knew, like, Ma, you looked like you wanted to hit somebody, like you was mad. And I was like, nah, because obviously I'm not. Somebody said something to me in confidence, and I didn't, even though that's my daughter, I don't be kikiing with my daughter with other people's business, especially people that she knows, you know? It's just not cool to me. But I didn't tell her like what was said to me, but somebody said something to me the other day, and it changed. First of all, it caught me. It caught me off guard. On top of that, it caught me off guard. It pissed me the fuck off, because I immediately was like, what we, like, again, what are we saying for real? Like, listen, tomorrow, like I said, Palo Santo for the whole reading, because this is not cool. Anyway, I love you guys, and I fuck with y'all the longest way. I'ma act like y'all didn't have my grandmother here screaming at me today. We're gonna act like that. I hope everyone has a good rest of their night. I hope that tomorrow's a better fucking day. Today was a long day for me. Did I tell y'all? Today was my 37th Monday in a row. Boo-boo and everything. Like, it's a fucked up day. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to turn this shit off right away, because my screen is smoking crack these days. But we'll be live tomorrow. I will do my best to set the link. I did today too. I set it for like a half an hour early. I'm gonna try to do the same thing tomorrow. I'm gonna try to keep that up for the rest of the days. For the personal readings, Personal readings are available for the Diamond members. Members should have gotten a video yesterday or this morning. And you guys have content going up tomorrow as well, members. And yeah. We'll be back mañana. Si Dios quiere, with more fuckery, you heard? Because the audacity is at like the highest it's been in a while. Promise.